JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, wanted man Jaja killed in reported police shooting. A man who was wanted by investigators has been shot dead during a confrontation with the police in Grange Jail, Westmoreland. He has been identified as Carlos Grant, otherwise called Jaja. Grant was wanted for robbery and wounding with intent. The police say a 9mm pistol with 2 rounds was seized following the shooting. Man gunned down on Eastwood Park Road. A man was gunned down by unknown assailants while he was having a drink on Eastwood Park Road in Kingston on Friday. The deceased has been identified as 27-year-old Demi Newell of Potosi Avenue, Pembroke Hall in the parish. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 9:53 p.m., Newell was among a group of men having drinks at the location when he was pounced upon by a gunman traveling on foot. It is reported that he was shot several times. The police were alerted and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigation continues. Maypen Police probing killing of Clarendon man. The Maypen Police in Clarendon are probing the circumstances surrounding the mob killing of 31-year-old Ricardo Brown in the Maypen Market in the parish on Saturday. According to police sources, Brown of Canaanites in the parish is believed to have assaulted a woman. He was subsequently confronted by a man said to be the woman's spouse. An altercation reportedly ensued between Brown and the man, during which Brown allegedly used a knife to inflict stab wounds to the man's shoulder. A brother of the injured man reportedly intervened and was also stabbed in the shoulder and side by Brown. Citizens then mobbed the attacker, killing him, before assisting the injured to hospital, where one brother was treated and released, while the other was admitted. His condition is not known. Further investigations by the police revealed that Brown had been provoking citizens and had been creating mischief all day. In addition, the citizens indicated that he appeared to be mentally unstable. The police have also revealed that Brown is no stranger to them, having been previously charged with shooting with intent, illegal possession of a firearm, and assault at common law against a member of the Jamaica Defense Force in 2017. He was also arrested and charged with unlawful wounding against the police in 2016. As of March 20 this year, a total of 11 people has been killed in Clarendon. This is a 50% decline when compared with the 22 murders for the corresponding period last year. Man not allowed on flight due to damaged passport dies after missing blood transfusion. A British man died at hospital in Jamaica after he was denied boarding on a return flight to the UK for a blood transfusion because of a badly damaged passport. The deceased is 41-year-old Charles Carl Powell. Powell, who had sickle cell anemia, was in Jamaica visiting his girlfriend, but had to return to the UK to undergo his treatment for the disorder, that of a regular blood transfusion at King's College Hospital. However, when he tried to leave on his March 9 flight from the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James, Paul was denied access by British Airways, reportedly because his passport was in poor shape for validation for international travel. The South East London resident reportedly also had his UK driving license on him, which reportedly matched his damaged passport picture, but was still not allowed to board his flight. According to a Metro News UK report, Paul then applied for emergency travel documents at the British consulate. However, he took ill during that period. He reportedly developed severe jaundice, a visible symptom of his sickle cell anemia, and complained of stomach aches. His girlfriend then took him to the hospital where he died on March 12, despite doctors trying to resuscitate him. The Metro News UK report said, adding that his death was then classified as sudden. The family is awaiting a post-mortem. Meanwhile, British Airways offered its condolences to the family, but stood by its decision to deny him access to the flight. We are saddened to hear that one of our customers has passed away, and our thoughts are with his friends and family at this difficult time, a release from the airline stated. Airlines are required by law to ensure that all documents presented for travel are valid. While our airport team did what they could to help Mr. Powell, unfortunately, the photo page of his passport was so badly damaged, it could no longer be regarded as a valid travel document, British Airways said. Man injured in Grandspen drive-by shooting. Sections of Fagan Avenue in Grandspen, St. Andrew were earlier cordoned off by police following a shooting incident in the area. Reports are that about 11:30 a.m., a man was walking to a shop in the community when he was pounced upon by a gunman traveling in a blue Honda motor car who opened fire, hitting him. Residents who assisted in transporting the injured man to the hospital say he was shot several times in the face. Lawyers raise issue of a stipend in Wandong gang trial. Defense lawyers in the Klansman Wandong gang trial are fuming over its 7-week adjournment, for which they'll not be paid, although they have a mountain of work to do and are calling for the intervention of Justice Minister Delroy Chalk. The lawyers want the minister to revisit the decision that was taken to prorate their pay. On Wednesday, the trial was adjourned until April 7, after the prosecution asked for additional time to go through a communication forensic cybercrimes department report, which contains about 57,000 files, to identify witnesses. During the adjournment, the defense lawyers, who number about 40, are also expected to visit their clients and sift through the material with them and take instructions. But two of the frustrated lawyers who spoke said it is grossly unfair for attorneys to be paid only when they appear, as they have been working constantly on the case. Furthermore, they noted that the stipend that they are being paid at a measly $7,500 per day is already well below what would have been acceptable. Defense counsel are very unhappy about this adjournment because defense counsel are only paid for the day when they sit in court, and if the court is only held 10 days of the month, we end up with nothing because it becomes prorated at $7,500 per day, the lawyer said. Further, the lawyer said it must be considered that the defense counsel still have to do preparatory work at their home and workplace when the case is not being heard. So it is grossly unfair to us, because while everybody else continues to get their full salary, we're only getting what I refer to as a stipend of $100,000 for an accused, the lawyer said. When the matter is adjourned, everybody else who is involved gets their full salary. The judge, the prosecutor, the police, all up to the person who cleans. They get their full salary. So why is it that ours, which is already nothing, has to be prorated? The lawyer charged. However, Chuck, when contacted yesterday, said, we can't pay them when they are not working. He, however, noted that the lawyers can petition him to revisit the issue, but at this moment his position is that they can't be paid when they are not at court. How do we know that they are working when they are not in court? He questioned. Murders done by 5% so far this year, say police. The national murder rate is done by 5% so far this year. That's according to information from the latest Jamaica Constabulary Force Periodic Crime Statistics Review, which covers the period January 1 to March 20. It shows that there have been 17 fewer murders for the period, with 320 recorded this year, compared to 337 for the same period in 2021. The St. James Police Division leads the murder count with 56 cases, a 36.6% increase, compared to the 41 homicides reported in the division up to March 20 last year. However, St. Mary had the highest percentage increase in murders, with an 800% rise. There were 9 murders committed in the parish up to March 20, compared with 1 for the corresponding period in 2021. This was followed by Trelawney, which had a 266.7% increase in murders from January 1 to March 20. Numerically, 11 homicides were recorded compared to 3 for the same period last year. The Kingston Central Police Division, where a zone of special operations also is under effect in Parade Gardens, saw a decrease in murders of 54.5% for the reporting period. There were 10 murders up to last Monday compared to 22 last year. Portland maintains its record as the least murderous parish in 2022, having recorded 4 murders over the period. In addition to murder, other areas of crime recorded significant decreases. The data shows that there have been fewer cases of shootings, with a decrease of 46. So far this year, between January 1 and March 20, there have been 249 shootings in comparison to the 295 of the same period last year. There were 71 cases of rapes over the period under review compared to 118 for the same period last year, which represented a decrease of 39.8%. Some 216 robberies were recorded up to March 20 this year, down from the 228 observed in the corresponding period last year, representing a reduction of 12 cases or 5.3%. Break-ins, however, saw a 7.8% increase, with 208 incidents this year compared to 193 in 2021. Overall, the total number of serious and violent crimes committed so far this year has declined by 9.1%, the JCF said. A total of 1,064 serious and violent crimes were reported up to March 20, when compared to 1,171 incidents reported last year. Jamaica reports 25 new COVID cases, 2 deaths. Jamaica reported 25 new cases of COVID-19 and 2 fatalities on Sunday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 128,704 and the death toll to 2,881. Of the new reported cases, there were 18 females and 7 males, with ages ranging from 50 days to 83 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 11, St. James 5, St. Anne 3, St. Catherine 2, Clarendon 1, Manchester 1, St. Thomas 1 and Westmoreland 1. Meanwhile, the latest deaths include a 59-year-old woman from Westmoreland, whose death was reported under investigation in February, and an 85-year-old man from Trelawney, whose death was reported under investigation in January. The country also recorded 56 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 80,886. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 3.1%. There are 29 people hospitalized, none critically ill. There are 212 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.